up. We should celebrate our blackness. We should celebrate our culture. I read a story, and you can actually Google this on the internet, but I read a story, and it was about a little boy named Michael, and he asked his mom, what would the world be like without black people? If you Google it, you can find, you look up, if there were no black folk. And it's a story about her answering the little boy, and she's telling him about all the different inventions that black people did. She went from the red light to the hair comb to the filament in the light bulb, all kind of different inventions that were actually done by black people that I had never heard of, that I didn't know. And so that really, really touched my heart, because when you think about our children today, and if they knew that, how empowered they would be to know that even these people back then that didn't have a lot of education, that didn't come from rich homes and rich families, but they had something on the inside of them that empowered them to be able to be creative, to create things, inventions, things that we still use today. And I think that that's awesome. So today I just want to just share with each and every one of you just a word of encouragement to tell you to never stop running. And when I say never stop running, I'm talking about running the race that is set before us. I'm talking about when you hear people say the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures unto the end. And that means that whatever race is set before you, be determined to run the race and never stop. We got our first black president because he ran a race and he never stopped. So in running the race, even in your own life, you might go through obstacles and things that try to stop you or block you, but you have to keep running, never stop running. And I want to keep it brief, but I just want to share a little bit of my own personal story because of the fact that I believe that, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, that if you can touch one person, then your living is not in vain. If you can help one person along the way, your living is not in vain. So because of that fact, that's the reason why I share my story. That's the reason why I've traveled across the country to share my story. That's the reason why I don't mind telling people where I came from, what I've been through, because I know it's going to help somebody else. Other people may have teenage kids that are going astray, that are out there doing all types of things, and I can encourage you today to let you know, don't give up on them. Don't think that it's too late for them, because where they are now does not determine what can be in the future for them. And the reason why I can say that is because even with me myself, right now I'm 53 years old, but when I was younger, I was a 9th grade dropout, a teenage mother, a teenage runaway. I slept under the bridges. I went through a lot of things in my young years. But how many of you know that even going through all of that, it didn't determine who I was going to be today? And because it didn't determine that, then that's the thing that kept me pushing and going. So in 2014, I went to college and I graduated. And then after I graduated from college, I just did a lot of things that God literally showed me what was on the inside of me. Each one of you in here have a special gift on the inside of you. But it's up to you to find out what that gift is and to use it. So I've been writing poetry for a long time now, for many years. And in writing poetry, in 2007, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And that was one of the most trying times of my life. And as I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I went through chemo, radiation, surgery, had a bald head for a year, went through all of that. And even going through it, all I can really say to myself was that I can't stop running. I can't stop going. I can't stop believing. So in doing that, I just kept on traveling and kept on sharing my story with different people. Well, on the same day of Barack Obama's inauguration, I had a chemo treatment that morning, and I went in for my chemo treatment. And I was watching the inauguration on TV, and my doctor told my nurse to have me to come and see him. So when I went to go and see my doctor said, your test came back, the cancer is gone. So I was declared cancer-free on the same day of the inauguration. So as I was declared cancer-free that day, that night, I was so excited. I went home. I went to sleep and woke up at about 4 a.m. in the morning. When I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning, I wrote a poem, and this poem was entitled The Same Day. This poem actually opened doors where it was released nationwide. That's why I encourage you, use the gifts that you have. No matter how small you might think it is, use it, because you don't know what it is that's going to take you to that point to where one day somebody's standing up and they're calling your name for a Black History Month moment. They're calling your name to say, that person achieved this and that person achieved that. So don't ever think that the gift that's on the inside of you is too small. Don't ever think that it doesn't mean anything, because it means something to somebody somewhere. So in closing, I'm going to share that poem with you all. It's entitled The Same Day. As life takes its toll and history takes its place, a dawning of a new day has come. There's a smile on heaven's face. Like life, like me, the roads traveled haven't been easy. The stormy day is tumultuous, the wind's more than breezy. There are some of us like the palm tree bends but refuses to break. Those of us caught in the whirlwinds of life, triumphant over the pain we take. Destiny speaks louder than the thunder can roar as the lightning flashes. A dawning of a new era is a passage deceased, dust to dust and ashes to ashes. On January 20th, 2009, history was made as the heart of Dr. King's dream came true. A moment to cherish, a wonder to behold, yet hated by more than a few. In 2008, the first African-American woman was presented as First Lady-elect. On the same day, Barack Obama's election for presidency went into effect. He became our 44th president, a miracle of untold expectancy. We beheld God's glory through our story from slavery to the presidency. On the same day the first African-American man took his place was the same day my doctor spoke and told cancer to get out of my face. At 44 years of age, the first African-American woman toured the White House as our future home. At 44 years of age, I embraced a miracle and dream of my own. Being faced with breast cancer since 2007, having to undergo surgery, chemo, and radiation, God placed his hand of mercy upon me on the same day of the inauguration. On the same day our new president spoke the words, "We shall lead again," was the same day my doctor spoke the words, "Your battle with cancer has now come to an end." We have got to give the glory to whom it is due. Our awesome creator, Lord of Lords, King of Kings, we thank you. We have to thank him for what only he could bring to pass, like the miracle of life, the air we breathe, and for those shatterproof ceilings that are now broken glass.